Welcome to the Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you go to the ashcashshow.com to subscribe to our podcast. Go to ashcashtv.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me as always. If this is your first time, then welcome to the show. If you are back, then you are now family. You are part of our Mind Right Money Moguls. And so I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And so thank y'all so much. So if you are just tuning in or if you've been here before, we break down our show into three segments. Segment number one is our financial news. Segment number two, I'm switching back, right? So segment number one is our inspirational word of the day, by popular demand and flow. Segment number one is our inspirational word of the day. Segment number two is our financial news. And then lastly, segment number three is our Ask Ash Cash segment of the show. And so please go, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, please go to put your questions in the comment box. If you're watching on IG, if you're part of our live studio audience, then please put your questions in the question box, which is to the right of the comments. Fast shout Tony Tycoon, what up on YouTube on the check-in. LaShawn Miles, what up, LaShawn? That's my big sis right there on Facebook. Salute, LaShawn. LaShawn is always part of my history. When I was working at Blockbuster Videos when I was 19, she put the bug in my ear like, "Yo, go to Chase. They hiring for tellers. If it wasn't for her, you know what I'm saying, I probably wouldn't have even considered working at a bank, let alone doing what I'm doing today." So salute to the big sis. If you're on Facebook, give us a shout out. You know what I'm saying? LaShawn Miles in the building. Salute, big sis. We got Trinity Cherry in the building. Good morning, Trinity Cherry. Checking in on YouTube. Salute there. Let me make sure I put this. Good morning. www.themindrightmoneygame.com. So I want y'all to make sure y'all take advantage of the Mind Right Money Game, the Prosperity Challenge. It is a great challenge. All right, so today I am starting off with the inspirational word of the day, and this actually stemmed from a conversation I was having this morning, and it says, excuses will always be there for you, and opportunity won't. Right, and I want y'all to really think about that. Right, excuses will always be there. Like there is not a situation that could fully take excuses away, right? Like excuses are in abundance. You will always find a million reasons why you don't do anything. Or you'll find a million reasons why you believe you can't do something. Or you'll find a million reasons, why things just won't happen, right? Excuses are always going to be there. They're always going to be there for you. But opportunity won't. I've said this before, but when you have the opportunity of a lifetime, you have to take advantage of it during the lifetime of that opportunity. And for a lot of us, I'm noticing that, a lot of us are waiting for things to get back to normal. A lot of us are hoping, are planning for the time after. But don't realize, right? We don't realize that this is the opportunity to make all of your dreams come true. This time right now is the perfect opportunity. From March, and we don't know when that's going to be up. When the pandemic got serious and we started sheltering in place, it allowed, this was an opportunity of a lifetime. Some people are going to see it, right? Some people are going to see that opportunity of a lifetime. Some people are going to see it. Some people are going to rock out with it. Some people are going to do what it does, right? But there are some people who are just sitting around waiting. And so I want you to know that excuses, they're always going to be there, right? Excuses are always going to be there, but your opportunities won't. Because at the end of the day, here's the thing, right? I don't care if you're an entrepreneur or if you work a 9 to 5, opportunity is there for you. So here's why, right? As an entrepreneur, right? As an entrepreneur, you're in a prime situation where you could literally reach every single person you've ever wanted to reach without anything in your way, right? Because most people, whether they were on social media or not, they are now on social media. And they're still buying, right? We'll talk about that, but consumer retail numbers are still up. People are still spending money, right? And so if you are an entrepreneur and you have a product or service, this is the time to get in front of every single person that you've ever wanted to get into. Because nobody's really distracted no more. Right? There were things that would distract people. But those distractions are not, they're slowly coming back, but those distractions are gone. And so if you provide a product or service that helps people, that solves a problem, that helps people live their best life, then you are in a prime position, right? You are in a prime position to take advantage of this time right now, right? If you work a 9 to 5, here's the other thing. If you work a 9 to 5, you need to be an intrapreneur, right? Which means that within your job, this is the prime opportunity to show your value, right? Because corporations are scrambling too, right? Corporations are scrambling. Corporations are trying to figure it out. And so because they're scrambling, because they're trying to figure it out, this is your opportunity within your job to be an entrepreneur inside your job, an intrapreneur, and start executing on ideas, start executing on the things that these corporations don't know, right? Because if you were not furloughed, if you weren't fired, and you still got a job, then you still got value, and you could up that value. You are in a negotiation position. You could prove your value. You could bring more products, more customers. You could figure some stuff out that they don't know, and you could prime yourself to be in a position, right? And so if you are sitting around waiting, if you are sitting around trying to figure things out, if you are letting this time pass you, then you are not seizing the moment. You must seize the moment. This is an opportunity of a lifetime that you may not see again. You may not see again. When you think about 1929, when you think about 2008, when you think about all the crashes and economic downfalls and all of these things, there were wealthy people made during those times. There were wealthy people made during those times. And so I want you to start to get into a position. I want you to start to get into a space where you're not making excuses. Those excuses are going to be there. The same excuse you have today are going to be the same excuses you have next year. Right? Excuses go nowhere. So they're always going to be there, but opportunity won't. And so as you think about today, I want you to get into a space, right? I want you to get into a space that you start to act with urgency. There's an urgency right now to get your business out there. There's an urgency out there to create your products or services. There's an urgency out there to write that book. There's an urgency out there to cement your legacy. Like this is it. This isn't practice. This isn't like a trial. This isn't a scrimmage. Like, this is the game. This is it. Right? And this is an opportunity for you to change the trajectory of your family's life. Like, this is the time to put some respect on your last name. Like, this is it. This is the time. You could bullish with it if you want. Like, this is the time, and I want y'all to take it serious. I want you to come in with urgency. I want you to understand that excuses will always be there, but opportunity won't. Right? So salute to y'all. That's my word of the day. Fat shout out to everybody in the building. My guy Antoine Thompson in the building. Salute. Reese in the building. Crystal Galladay in the building. Normal is far off and distant future. Right? It's going to be a new normal. Big facts. Do it now and stay ready. Bud and Gross in the building. We have the opportunity to make the new normal to be much better than before. Big facts. You know what I'm saying? Must open your eyes to opportunity. Getting rich is simple. Feel a need and fill it. Find a need and fill it. Big facts. Listen, I do both. And the 9-to-5 incomes are increasing due to COVID and hazardous pay. And let me tell you, that pay, though, right? I made more money at my 9-to-5 during COVID than any other year of my life. Big facts. Scared money don't make money. You know what I'm saying? Excuses are tools of incompetence and build monuments of nothingness. Excuses and its users go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So salute. You need your own. Reese says you need your own show on CNN. Salute. We gonna build it though. We building our own show. 1,000 big facts. Great morning. Thanks for the word. Salute. Renee in the building. Keep preaching God. Freshly fade the nom. Salute. Thank you for the word of the day, Ash. I've been starving for it for the last 2 days. No excuses. Great inspiration as always. All right, so we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna focus on the news. We got a lot in the news today. So as it relates to the markets were down a little bit. Nasdaq was down 1.25%. S&P 500 was down 0.46%. Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 1.14%. Gold was down 0.02%. 10-year Treasury was up 0.80%, and then oil was up 4.78%. And so the Fed met yesterday. So the central bank, they held rock bottom interest rates steady, and members forecasted they wouldn't budge before 2023, right? And so, for 2023, so think about that. The Fed chair, no matter what, because I know there's a lot of things going on, but the Fed chair, right? The Fed chair said they're not changing rates till 2023, which is an indication of how long they think the economy is going to bounce back, right? So these are economists, and so just kind of look, right? Just kind of beware. But I did say retail sales are being closely watched. There was an increase of 0.6 in August, so that's actually 4 straight months of retail going back up. You know what I'm saying? Do you have the Hustlenomics book in stock on your website? Someone in LA stole my Amazon package. Nah, I don't have Hustlenomics. But Amazon's has it though. If you go to Amazon, they have the paperback version of it. But I don't have it in stock. I have to get them back in stock once I get back, back to the stomping ground. Keeps telling me they don't have. Oh, wow. So Amazon keeps telling me they don't have any more copies of that book. Man, so I gotta check into that. So they I gotta check in. I gotta see what's happening. Oh yeah, I gotta check because I didn't even know that they don't have them in stock. I thought they had them in stock. All right, so I definitely gotta check. Yeah, I don't have any more in stock myself. So I gotta check. That's weird though. Amazon wouldn't have it because they should have an unlimited. I ordered it and that's what the person. Oh, okay. So let me just see. Yeah, I'll reach out to Amazon today because I gotta see. Why they not in stock because it should be. But salute to them. Please do, because I waited 3 weeks for the copy that was stolen. Yeah, that's the only issue that I was having with Amazon, was that they were taking a very long time to ship them out. Um, I mean, I'm on there now, and it says they're available to ship in 1 to 2 days. So I'll double check though. I'll call them today so we can check it out. In other news, so this is getting weird, right? So I don't know if y'all been watching, what's been happening with the like vaccines and stuff like that. But it's like, oh man, it's like a lot of different. There's a lot of different, notices going out, right? So first, CDC, right? The CDC director Robert Redfield, he told the Senate subcommittee that he anticipates a widely distributed vaccine coming in late quarter, right? Late second quarter, and third quarter of 2021, right? Um, um, then you have the Department of Health and Humane Services. The chief of staff policy says that in an interview that every American could be vaccinated by the end of next March 2021. Then you got like Dr. Fauci and his team saying that normal won't happen until 2021 and maybe even the end of 2021, right? And so there's just so much things, and then you have like the Trump administration saying that people can get vaccinated in weeks. So it seems like to what it looks like to me is that this COVID-19 is being politicized, right? And you don't know who to believe though. Is it the Trump administration trying to get things back to normal before the election? Is it the other side who the people who are saying no, let's take our time? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? They already started to test in small doses. Yeah, I heard about that. It's crazy with what they are reporting on the vaccines. I'll just stay home until they get it together. Yeah, now I've heard a lot of like side effects. How about the side effects with walking? Wow, I didn't even know there was side effects with walking. It's always been politicized. Yeah, I've been careful about like trying to, because I'm not fighting against nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just from a law of attraction perspective, I've been careful as to the type of energy that I'm letting in, right? So I'm not like, hell no, I ain't getting no vaccine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think what you resist will persist. And so be careful what you say no to, because sometimes what you say no to is what you're saying yes to. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And so, I'm staying away from fighting from anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I haven't really been like looking at like side effects and what is it gonna do, because then I enter that in my consciousness, and as it's in my consciousness, I then start to attract it towards me, and I don't, and the goal is to stay healthy naturally. You know what I'm saying? So I want to focus on staying healthy. I want to focus on doing that naturally, and so that's why I really didn't even know that there were like side effects to walking. You know what I'm saying? So, but salute to anybody who decides to go that route. I get what you're saying. I just want to hear about a successful trial first. Yeah, I think for me, I made up my mind. Similar to like the flu shot, you know what I'm saying? Like I've never gotten a flu shot as an adult. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? My mom probably, maybe I had some when I was like a kid, but as an adult, I've never had a flu shot. And part of the reason for it is because I just, I don't believe in, the science behind it. And so, I've made up my mind already. So even if they have successful trials and all that stuff, just the science around what a vaccine is doesn't just sit well with it doesn't align with what my goals are as a healthy person, right? Like you know what I mean? Like what my goals are for being healthy doesn't align with what a vaccine is. You know what I'm saying? So. I have to get a flu shot due to my job. Well, fat shout to you. Yes, but we remember that they want all blacks to be tested first. I have never gotten a flu shot at all in my life. All of this vaccines reminds me of no, right? Reminds me of Tuskegee experiment, and that's the reason why I sort of like made up my mind a long time ago, is because of the history of what has happened in this country. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, I'm not like ready to trust somebody who, what they say. They said trust. Um, you know, trust is built in buckets, something like that. But it's rebuilt in drops, something like that. Like I'm not willing to just begin to trust a system that has done stuff in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like experiments on people. So yeah, we should all be working on building up our immune system. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I definitely want to start. My goal is to just do that, is to build the immune system, put things in my body that are going to allow my immune system to build. In other news, my guy Odell, what up, Odell? Salute, King. Take elderberry and vitamin C. Yeah, I gotta take elderberry as well. I haven't taken that. Um, but in other news, New York City restaurants will soon be allowed to add up to 10% surcharge on diners' bills. And so New York City Council has voted today in favor of a bill that will give restaurants in the city the option to add surcharges of up to 10% to diners' bills as an economic recovery support measure during the pandemic. The provision will go into effect immediately after the mayor, who is in support of the bill, signs it into law. It will also extend until 90 days after indoor dining is full capacity is allowed. Um, so yeah, so I understand and I get it, because like restaurants have been hit the hardest. Um, let's see. Trust. There we go. Trust is lost in buckets, but restored in drops. Thank you. That's the quote that I was looking for. You know. All right. And so another news. McDonald's Travis Scott meal proves to be popular, leading to shortages of upcoming change. And so according to USA Today, McDonald's, people have ordered more Travis Scott meals than they have anticipated. And so after a week, the rapper and fast food chains collaboration meal. What's up, champ? Uh, Collaboration meal nationwide. What's up, champ?
Daddy, can I do my lessons?
Yeah, you gotta do your lessons later. I'm on the show, champ. Yeah, after the show. Some restaurants have a shortage on the key ingredient, including quarter pounder beef, bacon, slivered onion, and shredded lettuce, according to McDonald's. And so, thinking about that burger, and I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. My daughter's 12, and so she was able somehow to sneak out and get one, because she got, she make her own money, and she, so somehow she was able to sneak out and get it. But I just tell y'all, I don't think there's anything nutritious. No knock to what he's doing. But I don't think there's anything nutritious about a Travis Scott burger. And so we should be focusing on our health right now. We should be focusing on getting right. And so exactly, it's still processed food. How is this considered healthy? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not healthy. Let's stay focused, beloveds. Let's stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, plant-based. You know what I'm saying? As much as possible. You don't got to go vegan, but, at least 90%, you know what I'm saying, of at least 90% if you could, plant-based. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And then lastly, my brother stays in the news, man. My brother stays in the news. My brother Kanye West. My brother Kanye West pisses on one of his 21 Grammy Awards while labeling Forbes editor a white supremacist. So according, so according to Hip Hop DX, Kanye West is still going in at it on Twitter, making it difficult to keep up with his rapidly firing thoughts. After sharing over 100 pages of his various business contracts with Universal Music Group and Sony, Ye took it up a notch and decided to really symbolize how much disdain he has for the music industry. On Wednesday, amid a flurry of tweets, Ye shared a video of himself urinating on one of his 21 Grammys. Ye continued his rant by calling out Forbes editor Randall Lane and essentially labeling him a racist. He also shared his phone number and wrote in the since deleted tweet, "If any of my fans want to call a white supremacist, this is the editor of Forbes." um, Kanye believes calling out UMG and Sony will make it a significant impact on how all other artists are treated. In one of his Twitter sprees, he asked for anyone signed to the label to volunteer their contracts so he can help them get out of it. Big Sean was among the first to sign up, tweeting, "Feel free to start with mine." Ye explained God gave him this mission. In another tweet, writing, "This moment is going to change the music industry for good. I feel so humbled and blessed that God has put me in a strong enough position to do this. Everyone keep praying. It's working. I am on my knees this morning." So yeah, in Kanye West news, you know what I'm saying? He needs to take a break, go to South Africa like Dave Chappelle did. Kanye needs a godmother and a hug. From Jesus to peeing on awards, Kanye West is right about most of the things he is saying. It's just his delivery is wrong. I believe that, Reese. I believe that. What he's doing is dangerous. She Love Money. What he's doing is dangerous. Right message, wrong delivery. That's what I believe. I believe the message is right. I believe that he's not the only one. There's a lot of other people fighting for it, but they're fighting for it in a different way. Yeah, so so salute there. All right, so I'm gonna open it up for any questions that you guys may have. This is the Ask Ash Cash segment of the show. So if you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, on Periscope, please put your questions in the question box or the comment box or the message box. If you're watching on IG, please put your questions in the questions box on the right of the comment. All right, so we got questions coming in from IG. Roxanne says, "What do you know about Stash, Aspiration Debit Card, and Diversity Fund, commercial real estate?" Those are all different types of. All of them are different platforms, and so Stash is helps you with your investments. Aspiration is just a digital bank, and a Diversity Fund allows you to invest in real estate. These are just fintech companies. So fintech is financial tech, and so each of these companies have they're delivering financial instruments or finances through technology, and so each of them have a different model. I think that in any of them, if you're interested in looking into them, just really look at them, right? So like there's Stash, Acorns, Robinhood. There's different platforms that do the same thing, and really just compare them before you jump into any of them. Let's see. Okay, so Living Wiser says, I bought your book yesterday with the FICO from your site. How do I access the videos you mentioned? I'll send the videos out today. So I'll check. I'm pretty sure I got the email, and so what I'll do is I'll give you access to the videos today. So stay tuned for that. So appreciate the purchase. ashcashbooks.com. What do you know about? Okay, no, okay, so I answered that. All right, cool. So we good there. I think y'all gonna give me back my time because nobody's asking no questions, which is good. So I think I'm gonna we might, you know what I'm saying? Y'all might have to give me back my time. Make sure y'all go to the mindrightmoneygame.com to subscribe or to take the prosperity challenge. Reese said I just asked the question. Let me see what Reese got to say. Wait, I don't see it, Reese. Put it in the comment box, I think. Let me see. They destroy your career for being outspoken. Sounds like he's experienced a spiritual battle, not a mental illness. They're labeling it as crazy, but he's speaking the truth. Presentation is everything. Amazing by Default says Ye is taking advantage of the pandemic and how attentive everyone is. Mellow D14U says, I get not placing value according to what the industry uses to value you, but goodness. But hey, freedom of speech. Resume workshop. Yeah, I don't see the question, Reese. Like this format and timing. Thanks, I am Ash Cash. All right, cool. Yeah, we sticking to that. We sticking to inspiration first, news second, and then we're gonna go open Mind Rights or Ask Ash Cash next. LL Cool Dave says Mind Right for the self-book publishing is official. Ash Cash is getting my one-on-one questions ready. Facts. Salute. Fast shout to you for joining the Mind Right book course. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you. You know what I'm saying? You get that one-on-one, which is priceless. If you go through the course and then, you know what I'm saying, you sit and get that one-on-one, that's $1 million worth of game. You know what I'm saying? So salute. Fast shout to my guy, LL Cool Dave. Let me just make sure I take a. All right, here we go. All right. Let's see, Reese. I didn't see a question though, Reese. Oh, there we go. I see Crumb Cake. Crumb Cake says, with the Mind Right Money Game, if you left with a few dollars at the end of spending, can you include that in the tides? Yeah, you can spend it any way you want to. You know what I'm saying? You can spend the money any way you want to. What I've been doing is I've been tithing the 10%, and if I had money left over, I opened up what's called a financial freedom fund, and I would deposit money in that financial freedom fund. Because to be honest, the first couple of days, and this was just for me, the first couple of days, I couldn't figure out what to spend money on because a lot of those like those basic needs, like $64, like what I'm gonna spend $64 on, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of those basic needs in the morning or in the beginning, I was just tithing, and then I was putting the money into my like a savings account until it got to, you know what I'm saying, like, $100,000, and then I started spending that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but you could tithe extra if you want. You could definitely do that for sure. Let's see. Becoming my morning routine. Now, I appreciate you, young star boy. Yes, I agree. It flowed well today. Great job. I love to see you in the morning. All right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna flow. PK Dixon in the building. I sent you a text waiting to hear from you. All right, let me. I'll follow up today for sure. Yeah, I'll follow up for sure. Usually it's easier with email, but it's all good. I'll follow up for sure, PK. 6 and 3 says, don't forget you're the best. I appreciate you. Let's see. Okay, Reese said I sent 3 questions. All right, let me check it now. Let's see what Reese is saying. All right, there we go. What is the best place to go to open up a savings and checking account for my children who are in elementary school? Also, what is the best recommended credit score to have when purchasing your first home? Okay, so I would say, oh, wait, hold on. I got a spammer. I got a block. Yeah, so I would say, really to do your research, right? So, I like Capital One um, they have a good account for children, right? And so I like Capital One, and the reason why, um, I like Capital One is because they have a system where you could monitor your child's account. They get their own debit card in their name, and then you're also you could transfer money if you have a Capital One account or if you have an external account. So I don't have a Capital One account, but I have an external account that I connected to it, and I'm able to transfer money back and forth. And so I like it for my daughter's 12, and so I like it. I like that. Um, they also have Green Dot, or yeah, I think it's called Green Dot. No, not Green Dot. Green Light, which is another one. But those are the two that I know of that I would say are good options. But there's others that Elegant Eleanor says that Chase has a debit card for kids coming out where parents can monitor it and transfer funds to it. So yeah, so I didn't know that. So yeah, so I'll do some research. My daughter is 11, my son is 9. Yeah, I think that's like I'm using the Capital One account. Elegant Eleanor says Chase has one coming out. So I'll do some research. I'll do some research on that. I'll write that down. Kids accounts. Kids accounts. So yeah, I'll do some research on there. Andrea says Bank Black. Yeah, I'm gonna do some research. I'll find the ones. I'll find anyone that is that could work. Let's see. Um, Mo Wine. Is MMA meeting tonight? I'm gonna send y'all an email later on because I didn't confirm a guest, so I'll send the group. So Mo Wan is part of our Mailbox Money Academy, and so she said it's MMA Murring tonight. No, I know she meant meeting. So I didn't confirm a guest for tonight, so I'll send y'all an email shortly. So also, what's the best credit score? So I would say, I would say, the best credit score for purchasing your first home. So it really depends, right? So I know that a lot of the banks have increased their what they're looking for. I think FHA starts at like 580, I believe. A good credit score is anything that's 640. So 640, anything between. I'm sorry, 680. So 640 to 680 is fair. 680 to 720 is good, and then 720 and above is excellent, right? And so I would say to get the best rates, you want to try to get an excellent score from 720 or above. If not, then you wanna start focusing on having that good score, right? So it's anything above 680. I believe that FHA was at 580. They might have increased their score. But the higher your score, the better your interest rate is. And since most people are gonna have their home for a long time, I would say focus on at least a 680. That's what my opinion would be. Because you don't want to get to a space where you're paying like these extra rates just to get into this house, and then you're paying all this interest on your on your thing. So that's what I would say. Let's see. Freshly faded. The norm says, "Thanks for your words yesterday. I asked about doubt conflicting with ideas or something you wanted to do, and then we talked about action creating things. So now that's my pleasure. That's my pleasure. Um, Elegant Eleanor says, but you should buy the home, and once your score goes up while you're in the home, you can refinance for lower rates. That's a possibility. You could that's definitely a possibility as well. Yeah, that's a possibility, especially if you find a home, that you could afford, that you might have got a good price on it. So that's definitely a possibility as well. You know what I mean? So salute there. Let's see. We know you passed smart, Elegant. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Crumb Cake says, okay, let me see. Let let me just finish this one because this just came through. If you had just enough money to buy your own home or the business you always wanted, which one would you choose first? I'm so that's a great question, right? So if you had just enough money to buy your own home or the business you always wanted, which one would you choose first? It honestly depends, right? Because wanting a business doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to pay the dividends. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean that it's going to pay the dividends. If I could do it over, like if I had just enough money to buy my own home or start a business, I would probably do both, right? And when I say do both, I would probably buy a home not to live in. I would buy a home as an investment, right? I would buy a home, maybe a multifamily, and maybe live in one and rent out the other, and then the money that I get from renting, I would use that money to start saving up for the business. And then I would start the business not by spending a whole lot of money on the business. I would start the business by creating a minimal viable product to make sure that the business can make money. That's what I would do. I wouldn't take a whole bunch of money and start a business because I think even if you had the money to do it, I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would create a minimal viable product, start to test the market, see if people like it, and then once you could test it, then I would put money into the business. But then I would buy a multifamily property first, rent it out, and then make money from that. So that's what I would do. Elegant Eleanor says, I'm the financial person in my family. Now, fast shout out to you, because soon we're gonna, once I get back to the home team, I have a bunch of I'm gonna relaunch the Legacy Builders, and I'm gonna need a bunch of ambassadors for the Legacy Builders. So keep getting smart, Elegant Eleanor. You're gonna be one of my ambassadors for the Legacy Builders program. My business would be transitional living homes for transitional age youth experiencing homelessness. That's out. I wouldn't want to live on the site with my residents. That's my only trepidation. But what I'm saying is, as long as it's bringing in money, you know what I'm saying? So like, if it's bringing in money, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a difference between it being a business and being something that you want to do social good. And so if it's transitional living, right, and you have a system in which somebody's going to fund it, then that's fine. Then buy the property and then use the property for that. That's fine. But as long as you know that that business is gonna you have a contract or something, you know what I'm saying, and then maybe buy the property, set it up for transitional living, see if you could get contracts for it. If not, then you can always turn it into an Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? So you don't lose out by doing that. But I would also, before I jump into it, I would make sure that it's it's lucrative. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. Let's see what other questions we have. Let's see. It would generate income. It will be funded. But if I purchase a property for that, I would still be renting myself. That's fine. Because but what I'm saying is that if you're still renting, right? If you purchase a property and you're still renting, that's okay if the property that you purchase is giving you enough income to pay your rent. So in essence, you're not really renting. In essence, you know what I'm saying? Your property is paying your rent. That's okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's fine, right? Like let's say for instance, you buy let's say you buy a 3-family property. Right, and then from a 3-family property, you rent each of them out for $1,500. Right, you are getting $4,500 a month for that property. Your mortgage is $1,500, and your rent is $1,500. That's still a great deal, because after you pay your mortgage, after you pay your rent, you're still up $1,500. So that's like that. I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. How do you join Mailbox Money Academy? If you go to mailboxmoneyacademy.com, you could join. You can apply for membership. You could DM me also, Living Wise. I'll send you a direct link. But go to mailboxmoneyacademy.com, or I'll send you a link via via Instagram, via DM. The only says, I love your energy. Thank you. I appreciate you. If I'm renting, I don't own it. I'm tired of giving my money away. I want to own, no rent. I mean it's all perspective. I'm not anti-rent if you own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not anti anything as long as your physical labor is not paying for that thing, right? And so if your physical labor is paying for your rent, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? You want to own it because that money stays with you. Ideally, yeah, you want to own everything, right? But if you have a property that's paying you and you're using that money from the property to rent, I don't see nothing wrong with that. But I get what you're saying, though, but I don't see nothing wrong with that. Lexi Diddy says, definitely not in New York City. That's up. Crumb Cake 26 says, credit union banks are good for certain things. Is it good to have your money in two different credit unions? I think I don't think that it's necessary to have different credit unions, only because you dilute your ownership, right? So when you have money in a credit union, you become a owner of that credit union, and so I don't know if it's wise to have more than one credit union, depending on what products or services that one offers that the other doesn't. So I think it's really, it's based on specifics. Like if you have a specific thing that one credit union does that the other doesn't, then you could probably have two. But I would say that it's good to have your money in a one credit union, only because you become an owner as your money is in there. All right. Roxy Rocks World says, have a few dollars. Should I pay off my student loan or do some type of savings account? I think number one, I think right now, student loan, so here's my blanket rule on everything. I think money should work for you. You shouldn't have to work for money, right? And so what I mean by that is, if you have money, I am always for using that money to make more money. I'm always for that. I'm always for that, because that's how you keep the money cycling. If you take your money and pay for student loans, pay for debt, whatever, you break that cycle, right? That cycle is broken now. And so what I believe in, I believe that you should use money to make more money. And so if you have a couple of dollars, I would figure out, what could you invest in? What could you create? What could you start? What could you do to make that money make money for you? And as you use that money to make more money, then use that money to pay off debt. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, as I make money from physical labor, I then try to find, how do I take that money and put it into something else to make me more money? And then that is the money that I use for like debt or, things. So that way I'm not killing the cycle of money. Resilience says, do you have a podcast streaming online yet? Can you add these talks to YouTube channel so I can go back and replay them? AshCashTV.com. So Reese, I'm actually simulcasting. So as you're watching this on IG, you could go to YouTube right now and you'll see it. It's actually it's actually, look like CNN. You know what I'm saying? So go to AshCashTV.com. If you go to AshCashTV.com, you'll be able to subscribe to it. All About the Green says, yup, because the debt is always going to be there just as long as it's being paid on with the money coming in from the business started. Exactly. That's my, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. All right, y'all. So I started on time, so that means I'm gonna end on time, right? Let me just make sure my YouTube folks, you know what I'm saying? I started on time, so I'm ending on time. Okay, let's see. Samaya says, when is the best time to refinance your mortgage? Should you wait until the market is at its lowest? I don't think. I don't know if it's gonna get lower than anything. I don't know if it's gonna get lower than this. And so if you have an opportunity to refinance, I think now is a good time to refinance because the Fed dropped the rate to almost zero, and they say it's going to stay there until 2023. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, so yeah, I would definitely, if you have the opportunity to refinance, I would refinance right now. Derek Key says, what stocks would you advise starting off with as a beginner? I wouldn't tell you to go individual stocks as a beginner. I would tell you to do an index because, there's so much uncertainty right now in the markets that you don't know what's going to go up, what's going to go down. Everything is speculation. But if you do an index fund, like an S&P 500 fund, a Dow Jones fund, if you look at the history of index, they always go up. Even if they go down for a period, they always go up. And so as a beginner, I would tell you to look at an index fund before looking at individual stocks. Just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Fast shout out to Reese. Salute. CNN. Book him ASAP. You know what I mean? And CNN is in my town too. So let's see what's up. Oh, I got more questions. Let's see. How would you manage time with full-time job and running an Airbnb? I mean, honestly, with an Airbnb, I think that you could potentially hire, like a property manager, pay them a small, because with an Airbnb, you could automate everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really even have to really be there, honestly. Like I've rented Airbnbs and I've never saw the person that owns it. What they do is they have like a key box or a lock where every time a new person comes in, they just change the number remotely so people can gain access to the house. And then every time somebody leaves, Airbnb has the cleanup fee, and you just make sure that you just hire a cleaning person after a person leaves, and then they come in. So you don't really even have to be there. So your full-time job and your Airbnb shouldn't even clash at all. You know what I'm saying? What is the best way to grow your business on Instagram? I say content. I say content is definitely the best way. Make sure that you have a lot of content, that you're putting content out there, number one. Number two is be consistent, because once you start building a fan base, people are going to come to you for why they followed you. So you want to make sure that you build a fan base. Number three, always be selling. Right? Like you always have to sell your products or service. You always got to offer a product or service. Always provide a call to action, right? Because don't assume because, I'll give you a prime example. I had a one-on-one call yesterday. I've had my book writing course for about a year and a half now, right? Almost 2 years. And so there are people who I had a one-on-one yesterday, and the person I was talking to was like, yo, I followed you. I've been following you for years, and I never knew you had a book writing course. But it wasn't until I started promoting it over and over and over again that people realized that I have a course. You know what I'm saying? So don't assume that because somebody has you have a product or service and you have a following that they're just going to patronize you. You got to let them know about it. You know what I'm saying? And then lastly, I would say take it, buy or borrow traffic. Take advantage of influencer marketing. There's a lot of handles out there that offer ads. Take out an ad so that you can get access to other people's audience. Let's see. Is it smart to invest into the markets right now or wait until the election is over? I mean, it really, I think there's some stocks that you could invest in right now. There's some that the election will affect. So really, I would just do your research to figure that out. Let's see. Perfect. Have a terrific day. The rate is at what percentage? I love index funds. They boring, but great to own. Big facts. You can install cameras around, not in the property, and stream from it from your phone. Exactly, right? Let's see. Wait, sorry. Sorry, I think I the only one I did a request by mistake. Freshly faded the nom. Where is the course available? ashcashbookcourse.com. If you go to ashcashbookcourse.com, you'll see the course that I offer. Living Wiser, thanks so much, Ash Cash. I'm hooked. I will see you in the AM. Great gems every morning. Great way to start my day. Thank you. I appreciate you. Virtuous Beauty, yes. People look at hundreds of accounts on a weekly basis. They don't know. Exactly. You got to also always be selling what you do. Agreed. Tuning into this show is a great way to start the day. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. All right. I love y'all. I started early, so I'm going to leave early. PK says, would you recommend Charles Schwab or TD Ameritrade? I like TD Ameritrade, but I think they all pretty much do the same. But, I like TD Ameritrade. All right, cool. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. The daily, the Ash Cash Show daily, every morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Go to the ashcashshow.com. Subscribe to our podcast. Go to ashcashtv.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow in God's will. Same time, same place. Peace.